Cost of living in Tanzania. Hello Displorers, welcome to another informative video presented to you by Displorer, and thanks for watching. The housing, transportation, education and health costs of any country is a great indication of the cost of living of any country. The cost of living in Tanzania is the reflection of the quality of life shown in how much is spent on housing, transport, education and health. That is why in this video, we shall examine the cost of housing, transportation, education and healthcare in Tanzania to determine the cost of living in the country. But first, we need to understand what cost of living really is. Cost of living of any country refers to the cost of maintaining a certain standard of living, such as cost of housing, bills, taxes, transportations, and purchases. The variation of the cost of living or factors that change are expressed as the cost of living index. Cost of living calculations are also used to compare the cost of maintaining a certain standard of living in different geographic areas. The difference in cost of living with respect to different locations is known as the purchasing power parity. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and turn notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. Tanzania's Samia Suluhu Hassan, sworn in as first female president on March 19, 2021, has presided over an important milestone set in July 2020, when Tanzania formally graduated from low-income country to lower-middle-income country status. The cost of living in Tanzania is thus proportional to the incomes of those living in the country, both locals and expats. It's important to understand the salaries and wages in Tanzania to evaluate its cost of living, because a high salary will imply lower cost of living, and a lower wage range will imply prices will be unbearable for the individual or family, hence higher cost of living. Wages in Tanzania. A person working in Tanzania typically earns around 1,260,000 Tanzanian shillings, that is $541.8 per month. Salaries range from 319,000 Tanzanian shillings, that is $137.17, as the lowest average, to 5,640,000 Tanzanian shillings, which is $2,425.2, which is the highest average. The actual maximum salary is higher than this. This is the average monthly salary one earns in Tanzania, and it includes housing, transport, and other benefits. Salaries vary drastically between different careers. Another very important distinguishing factor in salaries is the years of experience. Workers with higher number of working experience in years will enjoy greater salaries, contrary to their counterparts with lower years of working experience. According to the national guidelines, as you hit the 10 years mark, the salary increases by 21% and an additional 14% for those who have crossed the 15 years mark. Cost of accommodation in Tanzania. Accommodation is relatively costlier in Tanzania than other African countries like Botswana and Liberia, especially when one decides to settle down in the city center. A one-bedroom apartment in the city center can cost 741,748 shillings, that is $318.9. Out of the city center, you could find a bedroom apartment for 652,037.50 Tanzanian shillings, which is $280. A three-bedroom apartment will cost a whopping 1,750,192 Tanzanian shillings. That is $752.5 per month for rent. While for the same three-bedroom apartment out of the city center, you could be charged a monthly rent of 1,563,521.43 Tanzanian shillings, which is $672.3. Buying property in Tanzania is even the most expensive option, as expats would rather rent for limited cost. The price for a square meter of land to purchase would cost 4,572,537 Tanzanian shillings, which is $1,966 in the city center. Cost of transport in Tanzania. In Tanzania, the road conditions and distance to location affects the cost of transport. About 170,192 Tanzanian shillings, which is $73 per day, is needed for a vacation in Tanzania, which is the average daily price based on the expenses of other visitors. Generally, you can spend about $10 on local transportation. Also, the average hotel price in Tanzania for a couple is 196,448 Tanzanian shillings, $85. So, a trip to Tanzania for two people for 1 week cost an average 2,382,695 Tanzanian shillings, $1,027. All of these average travel prices are based on data from past travelers to Tanzania. If you're traveling as a family of 3 or 4 people, the price per person often goes down because kids' tickets are cheaper and hotel rooms can be shared. Cost of healthcare in Tanzania. Tanzania has a hierarchical health system which collaborates with a political administrative hierarchy. Tanzania has become a popular destination for experts from all across the globe due to its fast pace of development. Tanzania's healthcare system is, however, not as effective as many Western countries, even though it has improved significantly in recent years. So while the country is developing, the healthcare system in Tanzania cannot be compared to the systems in South Africa and other developed nations. The country currently struggles from lack of funding, a shortage of medically trained staff, and limited access to medical technology. The majority of hospitals in Tanzania are found in cities, mainly Dar es Salaam and Arusha. Consequently, those living in rural areas need to travel to the cities to receive medical treatment, and the cost of healthcare is thus relatively high. Most serious medical conditions require emergency evacuation to South Africa or Kenya, which are the closest countries with state-of-the-art medical technology. Cash over counter is the most used pay method in health centers and hospitals in Tanzania. You would have to pay about 20,000 Tanzanian shillings, $14, as an average on hospital visits, while specialist consultations are costlier. It is less stressful and costly once you've got a good insurance policy, which covers your health in Tanzania for both locals and expats. Cost of education in Tanzania. Just like Botswana and South Africa, the education system in Tanzania is highly developed and renowned amidst other African countries. Education in Tanzania is provided for both the public and private sectors, starting from the pre-primary education, followed by primary, secondary ordinary, secondary advanced, and lastly, university-level education. In Tanzania, free and accessible education is a human right. The academic curriculum is standardized by level, and it is the basis for all national examinations. Achievement levels are important and got by merit of a score above average. Unfortunately, there are still many problems with educating children in Tanzania, such as the need to help their parents or families with work, poor accessibility to the homes, and a variety of learning disabilities for which special education is of absolute necessity. While there is a lack of resources for special needs education, Tanzania is committed to inclusive education and attention on disadvantaged learners. Since 2016, the government of Tanzania introduced a fee-free education policy for primary and secondary government schools. But currently, secondary education is not free. There are government public schools that are relatively cheap, but with the expense of uniforms, shoes, and school supplies, plus various school fees, it ends up costing about 697,674 Tanzanian shillings, which is $300 per year. Private schools are the most expensive, as well as international schools, even for expats. The national average private school tuition in Tanzania is approximately 25,983,720 Tanzanian shillings, which is $11,173 per year as of 2021 stats. The private elementary school average is 23,409,302 Tanzanian shillings, $10,066 per year, and the private high school average is 34,832,558 Tanzanian shillings, $14,978 per year. Conclusion: Tanzania is one of the fastest growing economies in Africa, which, through the help of its former president John Magufuli, attained the status of lower middle income earning country. The standard of living in Tanzania is high relatively to her peer countries, but that is especially in the city center. This thus brings about a high cost of living with regards to high rent, transport tariffs, and especially healthcare and private education. But besides all this, it is nonetheless a great option for visitors looking for a safe, politically stable, and peaceful country. There you have it, explorers. That was the cost of living in Tanzania. Thanks for watching this video, and if you did enjoy this video, do want to give it a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe and share with your friends.